I believe,
Yeah,
if
but
I
I don't
correct that.
remember bringing it up.
Yeah. I don't think you did. I'm not too sure myself. It's been a while.
Yeah, I've been occupied.
I know. I understand that well, man.
Well, let me move into my 90s list.
All right, there. And also, I
I don't
sent.
remember who
And
you
also,
sent.
all right. Now, also, we got to keep in mind, we also sent a link to YR about this DJ. I don't know what year this happened in, but this guy pretty much, deserves a lot of credit for exposing the radio industry as it is. I'll get to that later on here, and I got to give my 2 cents worth of why I have a disdain for the radio as it is, especially these so-called classic rock stations that we see now.
Yeah, they play about 10 songs and that's it.
Yeah, it's not that. It's just the same. It's the idea of them playing the same damn songs over and over again. Number,
Yeah. Let's not introduce anybody to anything new.
yeah,
Let's just keep doing this.
yeah.
In fact, I had one station around here that I used to listen to that played a lot of 60s, some 70s. They don't play any 60s anymore. Very little 70s,
I
and
know.
mostly 80s and 90s.
Yes.
Welcome to Music Mania.
Oh, are we going? Let me
There we are.
Flash memory.
That's right, people. Yep. We got Ark back, and we are ready to roll. Damn, and we are here live. Me,
Hello,
Keith,
guys.
hello, YR, Ark, and Keith is here as well there.
trying to see where I was.
I think I
Well,
remembered
real
off.
quick,
I think. Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's get in some rock news here. Let me pull it up. Ark, you weren't here last. I think last time we talked about Judas Priest was going to be a 4-piece, but then they retracted that like days later, basically, and it's going to be back to the 5-piece.
Yeah,
live.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Yeah, Andy Sneap, their touring guitarist, says they brought him back into the fold there. I guess lots of fan outcry really reversed that decision there. And mainly so because, me and YR were discussing it last Thursday when you weren't around. Priest is basically a two-guitar band, and with all the licks, the riffs, the songs require usually two guitar players. Because KK and Glenn were known to trade solos back and forth during certain songs there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then go at the
kinda
same
like the
time.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Eagles, kind of like Leonard Skinner.
Yep, absolutely there. And I guess, if there was talk of possibly backing tracks, but that would be an outright joke. Give us a
Keith, if
break.
you can check your DMs, please, for the news.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be on.
Yeah, actually, that would bring memories back of the Simpson sister. I forget who that was on Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah. Do you mean the Sin Sisters? You said, or what?
No, Simpson sister.
Oh, Simpson's sister. Oh.
I
What's
forgot
that?
which one it was. It wasn't
Oh.
Jessica. It's the other one.
Oh, I'm not.
that was, oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Simpsons.
Oh yeah, it was Bart.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Let's see. Eddie Van.
So apparently, yeah, Eddie Van Halen's ex-wife came out with this book, memoir.
Yeah. Valerie
death.
Valerie
Stuff coming out
Bertinelli.
about that. Yes.
Yeah, I know. They were married to about from 81 to 2001 there. They had Wolfgang, their son, together there. Gets Eddie remarried and all that stuff a little while after that. I know she has a lot to say about Eddie's passing in 2020 there.
All right.
Yeah. I know she's on the cover of People magazine, with the usual "what I've learned about love and life" and those kind of cheesy
Well,
headline titles.
you're not a Valerie Bertinelli fan?
No, well, she meant she was pretty. She still looks pretty now. But the idea is that
But you one of those like that felt like she broke up Van Halen
no,
or
no,
basically made Van
no,
Halen bad
no.
or
I don't
whatever?
think so. I don't believe she had anything to do with that. It was simply issues between Roth and Eddie. That was about it. Roth is more of a party guy, party all the time, 24/7 type of guy. Where Eddie's like wants to do his music, have a baby with his wife and all that. I guess You know,
Right.
I know there was one time that I think I mentioned this before. Roth did a TV interview. I guess he mentioned there are three rings in wedding, in marriage. Excuse me, three rings of marriage: the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffer ring. And I think the reason that he felt that way is because Dave's parents went through a horrific divorce there, and I guess that kind of fucked him up in a lot of ways. What do you think about it there?
I am ready.
Okay, good, good. What do we got?
Well, Eddie Van Halen's ex-wife Valerie Bert Neely,
Bertinelli.
Bertinelli, who is promoting her new book, Enough Already.
Keith
to
is
Love
with
the
us
Way-
right now. He is he is COVID positive, by the way. So give Keith big ups for joining us and helping
Whoa.
us with the show.
Holy shit,
yes,
dude.
confirmed.
Yep.
Yes.
Was it one of those
All right.
tested home kits that they have now?
No, the doctor. We have an in-house doctor, and she
Oh,
came
wow.
on Monday, and
Mm.
Oh, wow.
she gave me the test in my mouth.
Wow.
In your mouth.
Well,
I thought it was up
had
your
it-
nose.
That was up your
Oh,
nose.
Well,
I've had that
I
one
had a
twice.
test. I had a test up my nose on Saturday, last weekend, Saturday,
Yeah.
and it came back negative.
Mhm.
And then on Monday, I had another test in my mouth, and it came back positive today.
Mm.
So so you're in quarantine for the time being, I guess.
Yes,
Oh,
for
wow.
7 days. The owner said 7 days.
Oh, wow. So, oh, wow, man. That's going to be a trip. Well, hope you get better, Keith,
Yeah.
there.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, don't cough in the mic. You might give it to us.
What?
Please, dude.
Nothing.
All right. I know. It's
told
just a
that
little
today.
silly-ass
It- it-
joke there.
The internet wire. All right, Keith, with the news for this week. Not much on the news front this week, but this little Valinary Bertinelli piece.
Yeah.
Learning to love.
Wow.
Dude.
I need to drink some tea
You got
again.
get your tea and honey. Remember?
Dude.
All right. Maybe after the show.
All right.
Learning to love the way I am today was asked in a new interview with Greg and the Morning Buzz if it came as a surprise for her to see the outpouring of love for the legendary Van Halen guitarist in the days after the news arrived that he had died from cancer in October 2020 at the age of 65. She said, "Whoa, my phone's going crazy right now."
What, she said that or you did?
I did.
Oh.
Okay.
People are
it was
listening
like-
to the show right now and saying, gee, Dan, what the fuck?
It was glitching. What was I?
Yeah, you're reading the article.
It
Coughing.
died from cancer in October 2020 at the age of 65. She said it did because I guess I just always thought it was just our little family, me and our son Wolfie and Ed. You forgot when you're living your life that other people have something to do with it too, that they have some investment in your life, in your career. So it did take me. I was shocked at the outpouring and very grateful for it because it was so loving how people remembered all the good stuff about Ed because he had a lot of demons as well.
Yeah, it's true there.
And it was really nice to see that people remembered all the good stuff about him. Bertinelli split with Van Halen.
In 2001.
Van Halen in 2002.
Oh.
After 21 years of marriage, Coast. They officially divorced in 2007.
Wow.
Eddie
That long.
then went on to marry Janie Liz Lewinsky in 2009 with Valerie, also remarried, tying the knot with Tom Vito. I'm going to get some tea after this
Okay.
article.
Yeah, go ahead. Take care of yourself, dude.
In 2011, Valerie told People magazine that both marriages were struggling. Before Eddie's death, she eventually filed for separation after from vital in November 2021.
Mm.
Eddie died at Providence St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, California. Following his death, fans left flowers at his childhood home on Los Lunas Street in Pasadena, California.
Mm.
Additional flowers, candles, and fan mementos were placed on Allen Avenue, where Eddie and his brother Van Halen drummer Alex scratched their band's name into the wet
Cement.
cement of a sidewalk when they were teenagers. Okay, I think Tony's gonna be playing my cough tomorrow morning.
All right.
You look,
On his
Keith, you
show.
don't have to. Keith, it's all right. We can cut it off there. But the whole point of the whole news story is she's coming out with this memoir, and she wrote it after the death. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure nothing bad or whatever, but I don't know. So
I
there's
remember
a lot of-
reading portions of the last book she wrote there. You know, she basically detailed, you know, just some of the issues that Eddie had with after his tongue cancer issue there. How she
Right.
stated that if she was hoping maybe Eddie would quit smoking after that, but no, he continued because, you know, which is obvious because, you know, the nicotine makes you addicted to this shit there. You know, and she one time scolded him, saying, maybe you should let the doctor take the rest of your tongue there. You know, but then again, you got to remember, you know, from what I understand, because I never smoked a cigarette a day in my life, and I still don't plan on it now, it's hard that this shit is tougher to quit than heroin. I mean, you ask Ozzy Osbourne. He had a
Well,
lot.
they say it's just like heroin.
Yeah, it is.
The
Well, it's
addiction.
even worse than heroin because I know Ozzy Osbourne said that because they are massively addicted. I mean, like, look at Ozzy, as I mentioned. He had tried so many times to quit smoking, tried this time, tried that time, but he's like, he tried the patch, he tried that Nicorette gum or whatever, Nicorette, is that pronounced? Nicorette gum, I guess it's called.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
all right. And he said, no matter how I tried, he cannot quit smoking. It's just like that nicotine, it must be that damn addictive. I mean, like, even John Mellencamp said after his heart attack, you know, he had a heart attack sometime, I forgot what year it was. He stated that, you know, he had to cut down on the cigarettes and...
Keith likes the, does the nicotine patches. He used to, right? Keith.
Yes. I did it for a whole week.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Wow.
Just for
It's
fun.
addictive, right?
Yeah, I
They're
know.
addicting, though, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, cigarettes are addicting.
Yeah.
They are,
But
absolutely. They are.
The nicotine patch isn't addicting,
Yeah.
especially for how much it costs now.
Wow. Let me guess.
It
The
costs
arm of the leg, right?
it costs like $60 for a pack of
Damn.
five.
For what? Are you serious?
Are you fucking serious, Keith?
$60 for one
You're looking-
pack?
You got him for fun?
He's looking at the premium stuff, then.
Oh,
He's not looking at no regular roll. Come on, Keith. You probably got him for like 10 or 15
No,
bucks.
well, I couldn't even read what. I didn't even know what to get, like, because it was behind the counter.
Mm. Ah.
But like the first time I did it, it was actually prescribed to me to help me get off.
Cigarettes?
No, drugs.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah, but there is a point about that behind the counter stuff there. That tends to be more expensive, but a lot more stricter because, you know, so many kids out there have been using that shit to get high, to make lean out of that there, even the cough syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even regular super glue, you have to have a supervision, you know, some assistance on purchasing that from nearby Walmart, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A lot of over the counter stuff is, you know, it's just getting a lot more stricter nowadays. I remember seeing, you know, allergy medicines wrapped up in actually encased in these little things there, so people don't open the package and take the tablets out and sneak them out the door there.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely,
Wow.
man. Yeah.
I used to steal cough medicine from the stores.
Oh yeah. Well, I said I'd never done a drug in my single life. You know, never. I haven't even smoked a cigarette either. So I cannot imagine what it's like.
Yeah, I got arrested for stealing cough medicine on like the 200th time I did it.
200 time, dude. What the heck?
And but
Dude.
this was the first time I got caught stealing it.
Okay. But 200
But
times you used to swipe
I
that
got
shit there.
yeah, I got like a warning thing. Like they didn't take me to jail, but they made me go to this class that teaches you about all the bad things that happen when you steal. Like the prices go up in the
Oh, yeah,
store,
that is true there. Yeah, absolutely.
and
You got
how
to
when you steal, it affects a whole lot of people. So I went to that
price-wise.
class.
Yeah, because when you steal items in the store, they have to raise the prices to cover the cost of stocking that particular item, whether it's a
Yes.
cassette tape or a CD or a carton of milk or any of that stuff there.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's true there. You shouldn't steal, dude. Shouldn't steal
Yeah.
in general.
So,
If
yeah.
you can't, if you,
After that class, I never stole anything ever again.
yeah, just buy the damn thing there, for crying out loud, dude.
Oh,
All right. All right. So, any other
All right.
situation there?
No really other big news. I mean,
Yeah. No other big news. Well,
no tour, no really big tours, no
no. It's other than
cancellations really. But we'll every week or every episode we do for y'all, I'll make sure myself to include
Yep.
any tour cancellations or any added tours or any, type of stuff like that. Keep you within that, rock and roll metal touring beat.
yeah.
Keep you within the mix there.
Absolutely. And I was listening to what you said earlier, Wire, and I agree on what you said. We were doing Metal Maniacs. We had a lot of people come in, shoot the shit here and there. That made it a lot more entertaining there. Like I was going back to the Metal Maniacs episode
Yeah, but
11.
remember I did that Metallica show
Yeah.
versus GNR, and we had like a lot of people for that. So like, I'm talking not like mainstream, but like, the Metallicas, AC/DCs, the Ozzies. I mean,
Yeah.
the bands we all know. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the deeper tracks, like
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
these lists, like some we're gonna hear today, we're gonna hear a lot of people we never heard of. But
Yeah.
it's a learning thing, and if people don't like that, then fuck off. But like,
Yep,
this
precisely.
is non-drama here.
Yeah.
You want to be away from the drama. I know I do the drama, and Brown does the drama, and Keith does the drama. But
Yeah, but for this
this is our special thing here. This is
Yeah.
our thing.
So understand, people out there who were questioning, why don't you have some drama on your show there? Why don't you bring on some of this person here to back all the bat with that person there? This is not the program for it. Maybe later on probably on both our channels, or probably on LaYR's channel early in the afternoon while I'm at work, or when I'm waking up, or before I wake up. Maybe yes, but and plus you got to remember.
Before you wake up?
Yeah, because usually sometimes when I go to work, sometimes I start a little bit late, around 12 or 1 in the afternoon there. So usually the wire sometimes is up around 8 or 9 a.m., doing this morning mixture program with Jacob there.
yeah. Oh man, I'm looking at the wire on my headphone.
Wire in your headphones? Oh, yeah. All right, so Ark, we left off, I believe, at the start of the 90s there, We lost.
I kind of figured about where we were.
I know we mentioned Andrew Wood from Mother Love Bone. That happened in 1990 there. He died from heroin. Apparently he was on the life support system. They finally cut the cord there because of what happened there. And I guess that message that would spark the long string of heroin-related deaths in the 1990s there. One of the members of Bikini Kill died from heroin. I guess I forgot the lady's name there. Of course, a couple others had. That became a big issue around the grunge rock scene around that time there. In fact,
one I want to mention, because I was looking for him before.
Yeah.
And I thought it was Bob Cuban, but it wasn't.
Oh.
Bob Cuban and the Inmen, it was his lead singer, Walter Scott.
Oh, wow.
That was the guy I was talking about that got shot by his wife's lover.
Ah, I see there. Walter Scott. I think I've heard that name before there. I remember. Now, did we also mention Freddie Mercury and Eric Carr of Kiss?
We
Because they
hadn't
both.
got that far.
Okay, because I know they died around the same time, around Thanksgiving 1991.
Well, actually, I'm at October of 1991, so we'll
Oh,
get to them.
okay.
First guy I got here is Frank Wilson
Hmm.
of J. Frank Wilson and the Cavaliers.
I see.
Their big song was Last Kiss.
Oh.
Oh, where can my baby be?
Oh, I see. I remember that one. Oh, where can my baby be? I get it now there.
You were a little off on the melody, but that's okay.
Yeah, but then I'm not. Well, I'm not that much of a singer, dude. You know.
Okay. He died of alcoholism and complications from diabetes.
Wow.
On that one, I'd go with the overdose alcoholism.
Yes.
What year are we in right now?
1991.
91.
Ooh.
Yeah, diabetes and alcohol do not mix, folks.
No.
And I guess this was type 2, correct, right? Or does it say?
I didn't say.
Okay, there.
Okay, next one I got is Oli Beich, Guns N' Roses.
Oli Beich of Guns N' Roses?
Yeah.
You heard of him, Brown?
Oli. I think I remember hearing that name, but I guess he was an ex-member before the lineup was the Appetite
Well, he
lineup.
is now.
Hmm.
I don't know exactly what his status was. It's just what it says. He was 36. He died in Denmark.
Oli.
Drowning, possible suicide.
Oh wow.
I don't see how that's possible, but I suppose it is.
I remember hearing something like an Oli, but I didn't know if he was a member. It was a backup member of Guns N' Roses or an official member way before they broke big or what.
I can't tell you.
I don't know.
Okay, next one I got is Bill Graham.
Bill Graham, the rock promoter from San Francisco.
Yeah, and owner of the Fillmore, wasn't he?
I believe so, yes. I remember there was a big tribute to him in that area there. I know Robin Williams was there. I remember seeing they had MTV News had footage of the Grateful Dead there, performing Touch of Grey, their only a top 40 hit. And you'll see the tears, the sadness in Garcia's eyes, as they were performing that song. He was about to break down and cry.
He was 60 and he died in a helicopter accident.
Holy shit, damn, I remember now, yeah.
What, 60?
No, he was 60 years old.
16?
No, 60.
60.
60 years old, dude.
In Guns N' Roses?
No.
No, we're on Bill Graham.
The rock promoter, the legendary rock promoter.
Okay, my bad.
Owner of the
I'm
old.
with y'all now. All
Yeah.
right.
Gotcha.
I'm up to speed.
All right.
Next one I got is Jim Reese, who was a member of the Bobby Fuller Four.
Oh.
Now, he didn't kill himself. 49 heart attack.
Wow.
Next one I got is Freddy Mercury.
Oh, yeah. Died rock and roll's first AIDS casualty. Apparently, and there was a lot of story. You look at some of the photos of how he looked prior to his death, you'll be like, holy cow, dude, did this guy lose a lot of weight or what?
What do you mean?
Well,
Like,
well, here's the thing. He kept himself hidden for many years, for the past couple of years. They announced in '89 that they were not going to tour after releasing this one studio album. And they said that they were tired of touring. They were taking a break from that. They kept insisting that Freddie was okay. Freddie was fine. He just needs a break here and there. But the more and more people were looking at him when he went out a couple of times there, he looked a lot more frail. He was a lot more skinnier. Looked like he was losing a lot of weight. And the people were like, are you sure he's okay? Because he's not looking that good every time we see him there. I mean, like, for example, look for the official video for These Are the Days of Our Lives from their last studio record, Innuendo, which came out that same year, months before that. You could see that he was not his old self, bulk, beefed up self like he used to be. You look and see how frail he was looking in that video there. And that tells you how what age will do to you, man. It was not good.
Okay, Keith, that's a form of natural causes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Let's-
And keep in mind that was. Oh, I mean, keep in mind. Let's also, as I mentioned, Freddie was rock and roll's first AIDS casualty. Nobody else died from that until his passing there. And it was also a while after Magic Johnson gave a press conference revealing that he was HIV positive. Around the same year there. And also, let's keep. I got to bring this one up here. At the same time, Freddie died. Eric Carr from Kiss, he would pass away around the same time, same year, from cancer.
Same day.
Same day. Wow. And what's even more frightening is how, from what I understand, if you read portions of Paul Stanley's book, Face the Music, he detailed that he had to wear a wig during the filming for the video God Gave Rock and Roll to You too, because
Because he also had a brain hemorrhage.
yeah. So apparently he did not look the same as we usually knew him when he was in this coffin there. Cancer is a bitch.
Yeah, not the natural causes there.
Yep.
Keith?
Yep.
Okay.
All right there.
D. Murray.
D. Murray, the bass player from Elton John. Yes, he died that same year as well there.
He also played for a lot of other people.
Oh, yeah. But he's mostly known for his work with Elton there.
Yeah, because it says here he also played with Spencer Davis Group.
Mm.
That's going back.
Way back,
Procol
man.
Harum.
Ah.
Alice Cooper.
Oh, wow. Interesting there. I don't think it was. I think it may have been after the dysfunction of the original Alice Cooper band. Yes.
Melanoma, excuse me.
Pneumonia?
And stroke.
Oh, wow.
So that's
I see
natural
there.
causes.
I see there, yeah.
Okay.
All right, there.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay.
A lot of people that I've not heard of, and there's not listed who they played with.
Oh, wow.
And I'm supposed to know who these people are. Come on.
Oh, wow. That's something there.
Well, there's Philip Wilson
Oh,
of the
yeah.
Paul Butterfield Blues Band.
Oh, wow.
50. Murdered.
Wow. That's something there.
Doesn't say how. Nigel Preston, The Cult, Death Cult,
Southern Death Cult.
Theater of Hate,
Theater of Hate. Goth Rockers.
28, drug overdose.
Yeah, that's something there. I guess this is way before they became officially the Cult. From what I understand there, because they were called themselves the Southern Death Cult. Then they later became the Death Cult, and it's simply the Cult, as we all know it.
Yeah, it has him listed as a member of that band, though.
Yeah, probably in the early years when they were going under the two first names, if I'm correct there.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes me some time to get there.
I know, it's understandable there.
I won't mention Benny Hill.
Oh, yeah, well, he deserves a massive nod of respect because
Oh, yeah.
I
Go
was
ahead,
a
yeah, for
big...
sidebar, yeah, go ahead and throw him in
I
there.
was
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of his show, man. I remember it came
It was a
on
lot
the
of fun.
It was massively fun. I mean, I remember back in 1980 when I first heard about him, there was a syndicated TV station, Channel 50, would have his show. They'll have it cut it down to a half hour there. It would be it was at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, right after a prison drama from England called Prisoner Cell Block H, which
Yeah,
would focus on the women's prison in England there.
Yeah, our local educational channel showed him, which
Yeah.
is kind of weird when you think about it.
Yeah, but it was good times. But then again, who knows? It was a great show. Most of the episodes were from the 1970s. They had a lot of great skits. My favorite from him was the skit called Super Teach, and many people with him. He had one of the ladies. I forgot what's her name, Jane Foster. What's her name? Janie Reeves. Jane Reeves. Yeah, she was a member of Hill's Angels, one of his female co-hosts there, or singers, or whichever there. She would later go on to co-star in the show Frasier for NBC later on down the line. Other his co-hosts included that balding old man named Jackie Wright, and of
Oh
course
yeah.
Henry McGee, the other guy there. He had a whole bunch of other people there. He was one of the we used to watch his HBO specials there a lot of times when they aired on that network there. We all loved it. It was all great. He died, sad because he was
Yeah.
one of the coolest. Gosh, along with Monty Python, the Goodies, which I used to also watch on public television. They're one of the top notch. They were one of the three top notch comedy shows from England. And he definitely deserves a massive nod,
Oh yeah.
a salute. Thank you, Benny, for all the great stuff that you provided us. You know, we never had a chance to really thank you. So, a toast to you, dude. Thank you.
Yeah. Next one I got is Brian McLeod, Chilliwack,
The band Chili, like the Canadian rock band.
39,
Did he go?
brain and bone cancer.
Wow. Did he go? Did he have the
That's
nickname Brian Too Loud McLeod at times?
Probably, I don't know.
Because I remember there was a Brian Too Loud McLeod who produced a Canadian female singer named Chrissy Steele. She had an album called Magnet and Steel, which I heard one song from the radio, on the radio a couple of times. She gave a small performance at the Ritz in Roseville on the Sunday evening to hardly anybody there. Not many people show up on Sunday evenings when they have an upcoming artist built on that show there, or at that club,
yeah,
I should
it's
say
kind
there.
of one of them things.
Yeah, which is sad. Which realize years on down the line, this album was fucking magnificent. Where is this singer now? Is she still singing? Is she only or does she only tour and release albums in Canada now? Or we don't know. Goodness gracious.
Well, my guess would be only Canada.
I'm thinking so, yeah, because usually I know how usually record labels in America are. If you don't sell your first time, you're out the door.
Yeah, and let's not push them at all.
Yeah,
Next one I got is Mary Wells.
Mary Wells. From the Temptation. No, excuse me, from the Mary Wells.
She might have been part of the Supremes, but I don't think so.
I don't know. Mary Wells. Let me look her up there.
She had a song called My Guy, I believe it was.
Oh, I see. My guy. Kind of like I see. Kind of like it's like a different gender version of My Girl from the Temptations, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was 39.
Wow.
39?
Wow.
No, 49. Sorry, my eyes aren't working.
Okay, there. Right.
I would say pneumonia and throat cancer, but pneumonia confuses Keith, so I won't do that.
All right, but it's natural causes.
Right.
There you go.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one I got is Jeff Porcaro.
From the
Toto.
Toto, the drummer from Toto, man. He played on many of their albums. He also did session work with David Gilmour of Pink Floyd. Remember that album About Face from 1984, which I had a copy of on cassette, and which I also saw perform live at Pine Knob with my dad. He wasn't on the tour. They had Chris Slade on the drums, who would later, of course, join The Firm with Jimmy Page and Paul Rogers, and later AC/DC.
Okay, his cause of death. Guess. Well, it is a heart attack, but it's due to cocaine use.
Wow.
So we'll call that drugs.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Okay, gotcha.
Because you don't I mean,
All drugs, Keith, are in the drug category, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
yeah, when that's a contributing factor or the determining factor, we need to put it there because it needs to be highlighted.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm still moving on. Damn. A lot of weird ass people I've never heard of.
Wow.
Oh, well, maybe this guy. William Bud Joseph Cowsill Sr.
Mm.
He was the manager of the Cowsills. He
Oh,
was
wow.
dad.
Oh, wow. I see. I heard a lot, not too good things about him in that documentary on the old VH1 classic. Apparently he was
Yeah, he was 66 and leukemia,
wow.
natural causes.
Apparently he was an asshole to his son Boyce there.
Yeah, that's the story I heard.
Watch if you can find the Cowsills documentary. It'll explain full well about how much of a jerk off this guy was.
Oh, and while we're talking about documentaries, I did find me a copy of Get Back, which there's 3 episodes and they're all 2.5 hours or more apiece.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So it's pretty extensive.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I still one of these days I got to check that out with my brother-in-law sometime, because I think we do have Disney Plus on at our network here on TV stuff there, and because he's a big Beatles fan as much as I am, and so definitely we both want to check that out.
Yeah, in one way or another, most people should be Beatle fans.
Yeah.
But there are some people out there that don't like them.
I know. There was one
that's fine.
Yeah, whatever there.
But basically, when you look at it, they were pretty much the inspiration or whatever you want to call it.
For everything.
For everything.
Everything rock and roll there. They inspired so many out there. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah. Next one I got's Roger Miller.
The singer there, we know how. I remember hearing his name. Ah.
Chug-a-lug. 56 years old. Lung and throat cancer, so that's natural causes.
Uh-huh.
Even though it's probably from smoking or something.
Oh, wow.
Who knows? And I'm looking for my next one.
All right.
We don't want to discuss Roger Miller anymore?
No,
you guys don't know anything about him.
Well, I only know a couple days he was a singer, and he had a couple of hit songs there, because I'm not that big on the guy there myself there, so my bad for that.
I just listened to Chug-a-Lug yesterday for the first time.
Chug-a-Lug?
Yeah, weird song, isn't it?
Sounds like a drinking song.
Well, it kind of is, but a lot of the songs were country, and they were stories, sort of. And Chug-a-Lug was a story about, learning to drink or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're usually a lot of fun, even though, Ronnie Bond. He was a member of the Trogs.
Oh, wow. Wild Thing and Love Is All Around.
Yeah, he was 52. And it says undisclosed illness, so we'll call it the natural causes. Causes, whatever the word is.
Natural causes, I get it there.
Oh, Andy, no.
Andy Kaufman?
No.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I saw.
I forgot he died in it.
Andy Kim and there's Andy Kirk.
Oh, okay.
And I don't even know who that is.
So I don't know why I mentioned Andy Kaufman, because he died in the early 80s there.
Yeah, we did go through him.
Yeah.
Bobby LeKind of the Doobie Brothers.
Wow.
47, colon cancer.
Wow.
So there's another natural causes.
Natural causes there.
Okay, let's see. Toy Caldwell. Tommy's brother.
Oh, yeah.
45. Cardiorespiratory failure from cocaine use.
Oh, wow.
So that's drugs.
Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioned about this guy a long time back there.
Yeah, both Tommy and Toyle were members of.
The Marshall Tucker Band, yes.
Yeah. Well, I like the Marshall Tucker Band.
Yeah. Right. I only knew, like I said, I only know 2 songs from them. You know.
No, there's a lot, Brown. There's,
Yeah.
there's
yeah.
24 hours
There's
at a time.
There's a ton of songs by that group.
Not just the one, not just the her love song. No, there's 24 hours at a time. There's the one of the ballads they did, In My Own Way. Remember that one, Art? In My Own Way.
Yeah. Take the Highway, This Old Cowboy.
I'm trying to look up the.
Can't You See?
Yeah, we know. Oh yeah, keep forgetting about that song. So,
Yeah, Can't You See is probably the most well-known song they've done. And Fire on the Mountain.
Uh-huh.
I only know Can't You See.
Okay, I'm looking
Good
up.
song.
I'm trying to find that one video that I remember seeing on the old MTV. I think it was called. It was about I mentioned about before. It was a Silverado or something like that, or what's its name there? I gotta look that up here. Silverado, I think it's called. Let me see here. That video it was an actual video there. I think I remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, Silverado. Yeah, I think it was Silverado from 1981. I remember seeing that video for the first time there on the old MTV there.
Next one I see is Mick Ronson.
Who I
David
remember.
Bowie, Mott the Hoople.
What was the guy from Marshall Tucker Band? What category was that?
Drug overdose.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Drugs, whatever.
Yeah. And we know Mick Ronson, who Art just mentioned there. He worked with David Bowie's Spiders from Mars band. He also did a lot of work with Ian Hunter, formerly of Mott the Hoople.
Right.
Yeah.
And they show liver cancer in him, so we're at another natural causes.
Yeah.
All right.
Boy, there's some names I never heard
Brown.
of.
Well, yeah.
Brown,
Yeah.
are we gonna dive later into the your radio host being fired?
Yes, we will. Well, I don't really know about this guy. I only saw the video about this, what happened on here. I'm sure you probably, but definitely we got to definitely talk about that. Definitely. So, are we going over an hour, or are we going to the full 90 minutes here? Because I definitely want to talk about this, because I know Ark agrees on this.
Whatever's up to y'all, I don't care.
I definitely got to talk, because this makes me mad. This is one of the big reasons why I have no respect for commercial radio. But go ahead, Arky.
Okay, the next one got Conway Twitty. 59, abdominal, aortic, and aneurysm. Wow.
Country music legend there, yeah.
Yeah. He was the one that did, oh, God, come on. It's only make-believe. Glenn Campbell covered it later.
Ah, I see there, yeah. Who's also no longer with us.
Right.
Yeah.
It was probably his biggest, but he had a bunch. I just don't know them off the top of my head.
Oh, wow.
And I'm still moving. Oh, Bobby Peterson, 47, of the McCoys.
Ah. And the McCoys were was a R&B group, if I'm correct, right?
No. Have you ever heard of a song called Hang On Sloopy?
Oh, my bad. My bad for that there.
Rick Derringer. Fronted group.
Oh, yeah.
They say unknown.
Oh, wow.
Nobody told him. We'll just call it natural since he was 47.
No, I was going to do question mark.
Okay, yeah. Better.
All right, there.
Wait, what about the guy who did Hang On Sloopy? What was his?
Oh, he's still alive. I think.
Okay.
Rick Derringer.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still around there. He also was involved with the WWF at the time. He was the producer and main player on the wrestling album from 1985.
Yeah, and he was also did a lot of stuff with Edgar Winter.
Yes, and we also know his main hits. What's it called? Oh, Rock and Roll
And some
Hoochie
solo
Cool.
stuff.
Yes. Remember, he had a solo career of his own. I remember seeing him on one time at the Ritz in Roseville when he did a show there.
Yeah, he had some pretty good songs actually.
Yeah.
Three or four albums, I believe.
Hmm.
I'm still wading through a bunch of people I don't know.
Okay.
Let's go see Vincent Price, but hey, come on.
All right. Hey, salute to Vincent Price. When he was like him, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing. They were one of the big. They were the three horsemen of the horror films in the 60s and 70s. There.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now we know. Now it would be interesting that years later, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing become a mainstay, being most mentioned in another franchise, Star Wars. Cushing being Grand Moff Tarkin in Rogue One and in Episode 4. Christopher Lee in episodes 2 and 3 there, or 1, 2, 3, the prequels. Yeah, and what's kind of funny is that because of their association with Star Wars, you look up any clip from Hammer Films, which those two starred in, whereas Christopher Lee was Dracula and Cushing was Von Helsing. One point, Cushing as Von Helsing steps up above on some sort of a shelf there to avoid some strike from Dracula. Bookmark at that timestamp, Tarkin has the high ground. You get the joke there, what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely there.
Yeah.
But it makes a lot of sense there because anytime you get associated with Star Wars, it's not going to go away.
No.
Without a doubt.
No, they want the rub.
Yeah, exactly.
But one of these days, maybe we ought to discuss some of Vincent Price films and what our favorites were.
He was one of them. Many of them. So
He's coming to dinner.
Uh-huh. He was like when I also worked his work on Michael Jack, the song through of Michael Jackson. He did the dialogue on that. He also was. By the way, the spoken piece at the beginning of the Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden, that's him.
And the beginning of Welcome to My
Nightmare, by the Alice Cooper Show.
The Black Widow.
The Black Widow, absolutely there. He was featured in the TV special just as well there.
And didn't he also appear in the Alan Parsons Tales of Mystery and Imagination somewhere?
I do not know, but you know what? That's worth definitely checking out when you think about it there.
I think he did it during the opening bit to The Raven.
Okay there. I see there.
That there was a little bit and then The Raven.
I see there.
And I think he was speaking during The Raven.
All right.
Not The Raven, but the opening bit before.
I got to let me look that up.
I believe. I'll have to check that for sure.
All right.
Next one I got is Jerry Edmonton of Steppenwolf.
Oh, wow. He was like the drummer.
Yeah, he was using a 47 traffic accident.
Wow. Sadly. Which is sad because, he was the only one from the original lineup that John Kay had ever kept in contact with.
Yeah. Ray Gillen, was he a member of Black Sabbath?
Yes, he was.
Says here he was.
Yes, he was. He was involved with Sabbath in around 1987. After Glenn Hughes got booted from the band up because of drug use and that, he was briefly involved with a band called Sun Red Sun, which featured other members of various bands as well. There, I was given a free copy of that at the Canadian station that I helped DJ that.
He was 34, and he died of AIDS-related disease.
Yes.
Natural causes.
Yeah, he was involved. He was briefly involved with Sabbath, as I mentioned during that Seven Star tour, and apparently he was listed to be the front man from. Actually, he was also sing on one Sabbath album there, but I guess he something didn't cut out right there. So, unfortunately, the world never really got to know who of a great vocalist he was.
Yeah. Next one I got is a guy I really liked a lot of his stuff.
Hmm.
Frank Zappa,
Oh yeah.
52, prostate cancer.
Oh my gosh. That was a hard hitter because he was one of the first rappers. He was one of the first. His group was one of the first people to release a double album, Freak Out from 1965 there.
And
And
he was basically a pretty phenomenal guitarist.
and composer just as well there. He did a
Yeah.
lot. He did Joe's Garage, Thing Fish. He did a lot of interesting stuff there. He was one of the big icons to go up against the Washington Wives in the 1985 hearing about parental advisory lyrics and songs there.
Yeah.
No, it was the remember that witch hunt from that year there. Wow. He even released an album about that whole situation called Frank Zappa Presents The Mothers of Prevention. He spoke out loud against censorship. He often had voter registration booths at his concerts. He encouraged everybody to vote. And even on the liner notes of some of his albums, he would put on the bottom, "Don't forget to register to vote."
He was actually quite a guy.
He was.
I remember one of his early posters had him sitting on the toilet.
I remember that.
And Phi Zappa Crappa.
Yep, absolutely there. That was one of his big ones there.
Next one I got's Michael Clark of the Byrds.
Oh, wow.
47, liver failure.
Wow.
Natural causes.
Yep.
And I'm running through a list of people I don't know.
Hmm.
Oh, Harry Nilsson, 52. Heart
The si-
failure.
The singer. He had partied with John Lennon.
Yeah, actually, he's the one that did, come on. He did a cover of the Badfinger song.
Without You, yes. I remember hearing
Yes.
that on the radio many times. I thought it was a Nielsen original until I learned about the song a lot more there.
Yeah, because he wrote a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He wrote, he did Jump Into the Fire, which was a pretty big one.
Hmm.
And one from the Midnight Cowboy. What was the name of that
Oh, yeah.
song?
Everybody's talking.
Yeah, that's it.
And I understand Midnight Cowboy is one of the first big X-rated movies out there, but featuring
Yeah,
big-time
and if you
stars.
watch it, you kind of figure out, what the heck is this X-rated for?
Hmm.
Because it's not that big a deal.
I thought it was some, but I believe that movie's about gay interaction. I believe it was.
Oh my God.
Not really.
What?
I've seen the movie. It's about a guy that leaves his home, wherever it was, goes to New York City to become a gigolo.
Oh, I
my
see there.
God.
And he befriends Dustin Hoffman.
Who
The character Dustin Hoffman was playing.
Yeah.
And basically, it kind of tells his story of his interactions with ladies.
Okay, there.
D.
the
Brown's
most
not a
part.
gay interaction.
Okay,
See?
I heard so
I don't
many.
think there was any gay in that.
Okay,
the
so I
90s,
stand.
you know.
I stand corrected there. Well, the movie came out in the 70s there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no gay stuff in the 70s, right?
No, that shit was kept
Never heard
under
of it.
wraps.
Yeah.
That shit was kept way under wraps. If you came out as gay back then, your life ended. Not necessarily ended, but everything about you was ended. People turned their backs on you.
You disappeared.
You had to disappear because people would come at you. They would condemn you left and right friends, family, community, everywhere you worked, they would just go at you back there. In fact, it took, after Bill Clinton got into office there in early 93 for being things to turn around there.
Mm.
Okay, next one I got is Papa John Creech.
Papa John's Pizza.
He basically played Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship, for the most part.
The violin player.
Yeah. 76.
And he was the first only black member of that group.
Yeah. Congestive heart failure.
Wow. That's somebody there. I remember he did the violin. I only knew one song he played violin or. I think it was Ride the Tiger, I remember it was.
Well, he played on a lot of them, but that's the one that was
popular.
People heard.
Yeah.
There were others, but I don't know them off the top of my head.
The most songs I knew from Jefferson Starship was when they had Mickey Thomas and Grace Slick in the lineup there. That's their front people there.
Well, there was a ton from Jefferson Airplane and a ton from Jefferson Starship of big songs.
My favorite from them when the Marty Ballin was Miracles and what's it called? Light the Sky on Fire. I've heard that song back when they had the first Star Wars holiday special.
If you listen real close to the words of Miracles, that's kind of a dirty song.
Yeah, I know there. It was pretty dirty there. I know. When I first heard that, I couldn't agree more. So I know what you're talking about
listen
there.
to the lyrics,
yep.
When you listen to the lyrics, it's like, oh.
Yep. But then again, you can't help it. When you're in love with someone and you get the hots and hornies for them, what else can you do?
Yeah. But that was a great song.
It is a good song.
And listen to the 6-minute version, not the short one.
Absolutely there. And credit to Marty Ballin and Paul Kantner from the Starship, who no longer with us as well there.
Yeah. Next one I got is a guy by the name of Kurt Cobain.
Oh, yeah. April, 27 years old, suicide.
Yeah. You got that one, Keith?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was a big deal around that year. Many people were shocked about that. Because, there was fans outside of his Seattle home and gathering, lighting candles there. A lot of shock about that. Because I don't really remember way before his suicide. I think it was about a couple months after or so. He tried to off himself in Italy. Apparently, the story was they were going to headline that Lollapalooza festival that year, but unfortunately, because this thing in Italy, it didn't worry that canceled. That got the show canceled there. Apparently, what it was is that he tried ODing on champagne and pills there. He had to be taken to a hospital there. His wife at the time, Courtney Love, was with him at that time there. Now, all the people saying out there, Courtney Love had something to do with it. She probably killed herself to get away from here, this and that there. I think Cobain had issues that he was unable to control there.
Yep.
Okay, next one I got is Nikki Hopkins.
Before we continue with Nikki Hopkins, and we know who she recorded for, she was involved with Apple Records, the Beatles label there. She released a few albums and singles from that.
No, that was Mary Hopkins.
Man, my bad. Nikki, son of a bitch.
Nikki Hopkins was involved with the Jeff Beck Group
and
the Rolling Stones.
Oh, my bad. But going back to Kurt Cobain,
okay,
you're going to remember how this is one of the big reasons why I look down on suicide. All the people that you let down and hurt. I mean, when you think about it, he hurt his wife, he hurt his daughter, he hurt his two bandmates, Chris Novoselic and Dave Grohl. He hurt his management, and you hurt his record label. And most of all, he hurt his fans for what he did. I mean, that was, imagine, a lot of them were saying onto MTV News when they were covering his death that they felt let down.
Yeah.
Henry Rollins, the former frontman of Black Flag, he was receiving facts from people saying, Kurt Cobain's dead, what should I do? What you will? What can I do? And Rollins had to reply, "Stay alive, keep fighting, no matter what comes your way.
Yeah.
Stay alive, people."
If you're still alive, there's a purpose for you.
Absolutely, there. I mean, I'm no doubt in Frances Bean's mind, she probably has resentment towards her father for what he did.
Yeah.
Um, that's why that's. Well, never mind. That's why who jokes about that stuff all the time. And it's not a joke.
Precisely. I wonder what
That
happened.
is definitely not a joke.
Absolutely.
You think Cobain? So people do say that it was like, it didn't happen like that, but it's proof, true that it happened like that. Like it was a no conspiracy type deal.
I don't know what it was, but apparently, remember, as we mentioned with the Rome, Italy incident there, where he tried to offer himself there, the guy had some sort of issue. He had some sort of something stemming from his childhood. I don't know if it was divorce of his parents or what it was, or being picked on as a kid there. But you also got to remember, the shit like that will stick in your head forever. Like if you were a girl who grew up with watching your mom get divorced from this person or that person, or grew up with both parents arguing with one another almost every day of the week over whichever reason, that's going to prevent you in the long run from getting married, let alone getting engaged.
Yeah. Okay, Nikki.
Nikki Hopkins.
Nice.
He died of complications from intestinal surgery, Crohn's disease. So that's a natural cause.
All right.
Dr. Earl, I love that long speech you just gave about Kurt Cobain.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's for a reason. Remember, two buddies of mine, Dirk and Izzy, ended their lives. And of course, my girlfriend of 3 years, Nancy, she took her own life. And it took me how many years to get over Nancy? I mean, she was hoping maybe we would possibly move in together here and there, but the mental issues that she had prevented that from occurring. So, I mean, it was like one of the worst phone calls I ever got in my life.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
Imagine.
I mean, I told this to Nikki Nines. Dave Rose knows about it there. And sadly, who we don't want to mention, other than he who should not be mentioned, can't get it through his head. But we know this person we're talking about. He uses that as a crutch, as a way of getting donations, which to me is a low thing to do.
Victim of his own changes.
Absolutely, precisely. Blame everyone except himself.
Yeah.
But back to the list.
Okay. Chet Powers of the Quicksilver Messenger Service.
All right.
He was 57, and he died of complications during brain surgery.
Oh, wow.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is a different person now.
Yeah, I know.
And this one is natural causes.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Next one I got is Tommy Boyce of Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart. He was 55, suicide by gunshot.
Oh, wow. I think I heard of this guy there. I may be mistaken there. Who knows?
No, I'm sure you have. They had a few hit records, Boyce and Hart.
Oh, wow.
And he did a lot of work with the Monkees early.
Okay, there.
And he was a songwriter.
All right, there.
In fact, he did an album with part of the Monkees, and I forgot the name of it. But it was like Dolenz, Jones, Boyce, and something.
Well,
like
there was one album. Well, I know Peter Tork left the Monkees, so they were a trio for a while. One of their albums they released it as a trio was an album called Present, and after Mike Nesmith left, it was just Mickey and Davey, and they released an album called Changes. So he probably had this guy had participation in the making of those records there, possibly.
Yeah. Okay. Next one I got is Dan Hamilton, who was a member of Hamilton, Joe Frank, and Reynolds.
Okay, there.
Which I was always confused. Is it Hamilton, Joe, Frank, and Reynolds? Or is it Hamilton, Joe, Frank, and Reynolds?
All right.
Is it 3 guys or 4 guys?
I don't know. What I've been to know.
I think that was they were the ones that did Don't Pull Your Love.
Ah.
He was 46. Cushing syndrome stroke. I don't even know what that is.
Cushing syndrome? I never heard of that myself there.
That's natural causes, though, I'm pretty sure.
All right, there. So it definitely lists that for sure.
Let's see.
All right.
Looking through the list. Oh, Ruby Starr, Black Oak, Arkansas.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
She was one of the girl singers.
Oh, I see. I remember was she the one singing, "Oh, Jim Dandy," this and that, on that one song, "Jim Dandy to the Rescue"? That must have been her.
Yeah.
Ah.
She was 45, lung cancer.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of natural causes.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy Jones of the Outlaws, 45, suicide by gunshot.
And I remember the Outlaws by that one song. I think one of the members is now.
And High Tides.
Yep, that's what. I remember hearing that when I was a young kid there. And one of the guitar players is currently with the Leonard Skinner. If I'm thinking.
Hugh Thomason.
Okay.
If he's still alive.
All right, there. Along with Ricky Medlock from formerly of Blackfoot, his old band.
Yeah, that was another pretty good band.
Yeah, I know. Train, Teenage Idol there, Highway Song.
Yeah.
And I guess Blackfoot is still continuing without him, I guess it was?
I think so.
Oh.
Now I got Ingo Schwitzenberg, who was a member of Halloween.
Oh, the heavy metal band.
29. Suicide by jumping in front of a subway train. Now that's different.
Wow.
Just call it suicide, Keith.
That's something that we usually see on TV shows or movies a lot of times.
Yeah, Law and Order comes to mind.
Yep.
In fact, I seem to remember an episode of Law and Order Criminal Intent.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember for sure.
It's one of those.
But it was one of them.
But I know that I think it may have been Special Victims Unit.
Yeah.
Where some guy was pushed in front of a subway train.
Okay, next one I got Selena, 23.
Oh man, still favored here.
She
in
was
Texas.
shot by her fan club president.
Mm-hmm. Man, that was that broke big. No doubt that struck a lot of nerve to all the fans here in Texas. So, because she was from Corpus Christi, she was the subject of the movie, which introduced us to one Jennifer Lopez.
Love that movie.
Yeah, and
the Astrodome concert.
Yep.
Very famous.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a rodeo performance or just a concert at the Astrodome at that stadium, but if they do the rodeo, they do the livestock show rodeo. They always have a bunch of big names throughout the years.
Yeah.
And
well, I was going to ask you guys: it's the Astrodome been torn down, or is it still up?
It's up. It's not. It's never going to be torn down. They have a historic.
Oh, they have the historic thing. Well, that's a good thing.
That's good.
I've been there not 1,000 times, but multiple times. When it was active, some Astros games. Never any Oilers games, like too
Well,
pricey. But
one of the ironic things about it was, I don't know if you remember this or not, but
WrestleMania.
they built that to prevent rainouts, and an Astros game actually got rained out once because it rained so hard they couldn't get people to the place.
Ah,
Look it up.
yeah.
It's kind of weird. Rain out at the Astrodome? Yeah, nobody could get there.
Hmm.
Probably flooded too, and like floods a lot.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was the deal.
Wow.
Oh,
Like-
next one I got is Wolfman Jack.
Oh, wow. We know this man like the back of our hands. He was a pioneering DJ during the 50s there. He later became the host of the Midnight Special TV show that got Don Kirshner got started.
Have you ever heard of him there, Keith?
No.
Oh, definitely look him up, man.
I can
Who?
think of
Wait, who is it?
Wolfman Jack.
of at least 2 songs that honored him. One of them was Clap for the Wolfman by Guess Who?
Uh-huh.
And the other one was by Bobby Fuller, and I forgot the name of the song.
Ah.
But I think it was Wolfman, if I'm not mistaken.
All right there.
And that one was released obviously before his death.
Mm-hmm.
Heart attack.
Wow.
Natural causes.
Causes. Yep.
Right.
All right. And
Charlie Rich.
Charlie Rich, the country music artist, Behind Closed Doors, Sunday Kind of Woman, Most Beautiful Woman.
Boy, I'm surprised you know that much about
Because,
it.
well, my dad had the cassette format of that album, Behind Closed Doors, in his collection there. I listened to that a couple of times, so that's how I know the song.
Well, the song's
Some
actually
of them.
not bad.
Oh, not too bad there. I said, when I was living in Richmond, Michigan, I said to some of the guys at one of the bars and grills there, they said, if I'm going to listen to country music, it'd be that form of country music, not the pretty boy shit that's out there right now, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, there's a couple of country artists that I actually like their stuff a
a lot
lot.
more, you know, because the country back then was a lot more grittier, a lot more uglier when you look
Yeah.
at it there.
He was 62, pulmonary embolism.
Ah,
What? So what category is that?
Uh, natural causes.
yeah, I was going to
Sorry.
say the same thing, man.
Well, it's okay, yes.
All right,
Be sure.
all right.
Oh, got it.
All right.
Next one's probably a good one to close this portion of the show,
Okay.
since we're getting on time.
Mhm.
Jerry Garcia, The Grateful Dead.
Oh my gosh, that struck a nerve to all the deadheads out there. I guess many people.
53, heart attack.
Yeah, I understand he was in a rehab when this happened. If I'm correct.
I don't know.
I'm not too sure, but definitely he was trying to kick some of the drugs, and I guess I don't know what it was, man. But
Heroin, cocaine.
yeah, possibly
Yeah.
that. You know, remember
All that
this
type of
guy
stuff.
was called Captain Trips for a good reason. When you think about it, there.
Psychedelics.
Yeah, pretty much. Everybody was doing psychedelics at that time when they were starting out in the 60s era. Airplane, Dead, you name it.
Yeah. And it's funny. I've always told people you can be a fan of these guys and the music and all without doing drugs.
Yeah,
You know, because I was a fan of all those type of bands. You know, I liked the Grateful Dead. I liked Jefferson Airplane.
yeah. Some people, unfortunately, get the idea that they got to be exactly like them, you know, because they look too much up for them without
And a
realizing
lot
the
of people say you
consequences.
can't listen to Pink Floyd without doing drugs. And I'm like, oh, yes, you can.
Precisely. It's like, you know, like some people would say, man, they did a lot of drugs when they did Our Dark Side of the Moon. No, moron.
No, they actually did not.
They never did, you know. I mean, after seeing their front man, actually their lead member, their main member, Sid Barrett go flipped out from all the drug use and mental illness, it would be wise not to do the same thing there.
Exactly.
Yeah. And this guy did some really whacked out shit, as we mentioned a couple times before his dismissal from the band. All right.
We are quitting on him.
Okay, there. And we will resume on Monday there.
Wait! I put the list in the group chat on Skype.
Okay, there. Okay, I'll take a
You
look
see
out
it?
there. Let me
Well, I'm
look.
pretty sure that Natural Causes is leading again.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's number 67. 36 overdose, 20 plane crashes, 11 suicides, 10 car crashes, 8 shot, 4 accidental, 4 question mark, and 2 stabbed. And it was,
Looks like Natural Causes is going to win,
I guess so there.
if you can call it a victory.
Now, I need to talk about this because I expressed it. I did a couple of vlogs about this particular subject, and and what this guy did. I sent Wire a YouTube link from a guy named Coyote J, who was a rock DJ at Z102, and I guess it was Atlanta, Georgia. I think it was. Now, did you ever get a chance to listen to that, Wire?
We've lost him.
I think he's on mute. I think it was there. Let me check there. All right. Yeah, he's on mute right now there. So
Does it mute his ears too?
yeah, I don't know, but probably stepped away for a second there. But I sent Wire this link. Basically what this guy did was basically he kind of like broke the rule of the format. Played the same old rock stuff, played those same old songs that we all know. He started playing some different stuff there. He one time played that the only Led Zeppelin song they play was Stairway to Heaven, when there's other songs to play. I guess the station manager called him on the phone and told him, called him saying, get out of there. And I guess the station manager even went up to the station there to publicly fire him, get out of there for breaking that rule. It was all on the air. It was all caught on air. The mic was still on at that time. But when you think about it, Coyote J had a good point. He had an absolute good point on doing this. And this is one of the big reasons why I look down on radio like I do. The same shit over and over and over and over. I mean, like,
Yeah, it gets
especially in the classic rock genre. Let me give you an example. It's the same songs over and over. I spoke about how many times do we have to hear More Than the Feeling by Boston or Hotel California by the Eagles. The same songs over and over. And the thing that bugs them and the thing that is really disturbing is that suppose the Eagle release a new album now, this year at this time. It goes to number 1, and they're going to go to do a tour together. They announced the tour on the station there. They'll talk about the new album, but they won't play anything from the new album. They'll just stick to the same old, like whether it's Hotel California, Life of the Fast Lane, or Lion Eyes, or Already Gone, or Take It Easy. Those songs, but they won't play nothing from the new record. They won't play anything from the new album. And one of the things I understand is that radio programmers and nightclub DJs figure if they play something different, the audience would switch the station. And that means you're not going to get the listeners. You're not going to get the people on the dance floor. The party's not going to be alive. So they have to stick with the same format, the same old, same old. But for people like myself, who had a few quarrels with one of the DJs at the Ritz Roseau because he would play all this top 40 junk like Two Live Crew, George Michael, in a rock and roll club where there's supposed to be rock and roll only, that disturbed the shit out of me. I told him, play some rock and roll. I played this. Can you play that? He's like, I can't. The manager at the club tells him to play that because he figures this is what the people want. This is what the people like. You got to keep that people happy. One time at a place called the Hot Rocks Cafe, back in the 90s, DJ Charles English, rest in peace, he passed away not too long ago. He was told by the club manager to play some dance music instead of the industrial goth stuff that he usually plays. And that pissed off Charles English furiously because he thinks that he's went up on the tirade about the manager saying, this guy thinks all people want to do is listen to dance music. But that's what the people want. They only know what's out there in the market today, what's in the mainstream. Remember, the mainstream people today only know what's on the mainstream genre, what's on the radio, what's in the magazines. And
the reason being is because it's being shoved down their throats.
Precisely, and the sheep are falling for it every which way. Like they don't want.
I was in a restaurant one day, and I'm sitting there listening to the background music, and I suddenly hear 10 years after.
Yeah.
And then after that, I hear something else that was kind of off the wall. I forget what it was. Yeah. And the manager happened to walk by, and I stopped him and said, "Hey, who's responsible for playing that?" And he says, "I am." And I said, "Good job."
Yeah, good.
Because I said, play more of that.
Precisely. Because we need more of that stuff, man. We need more of that.
But that was so weird to hear 10 years after, especially. That's the one that really struck me.
Keith, is Wire on live right now on this channel? Simulcasting?
Let me check.
Yeah.
Am I muted?
I'm having internet issues.
I see there, because I know.
Not internet issues per se, but streaming issues.
I see it.
Slow and shit.
I am. Yeah.
Oh, you're answering this from 5 minutes ago? Uh-oh, we lost him again.
Oh, shit. There you are, dude.
Are you
I'm here.
live?
I'm here. I'm right
Yeah,
here.
there you go, just here.
Hey.
But you
Are we
are.
live?
Well, I'm still alive.
I'm still alive.
You meant live.
We're all still alive. I'm still alive, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that was kind of an easy answer.
Yeah, right? But
Got
going
any more
back,
music stuff?
but going back to the situation I brought about commercial radio, it's like this is one of the big reasons why I refuse to listen to anything on the radio. The same stuff over and over and over. I mean, like,
Yeah, even songs I liked.
yeah, I used to like, but now you can't even stand to listen to it. Because I remember one classic rock station back in Michigan, they used to play at one of the workplaces I worked at back in Richmond, Michigan. And by the way, folks, I say Richmond, Michigan, so they would not to be confused with Richmond, Virginia, because a couple of people did that in the past there. So I've got to be specific. They would play this classic rock station. It'd be the same stuff over and over and over and over. I mean, like, Bad Company's a group, but we don't need to hear Can't Get Enough of Your Love how many times in a row, let alone more than a feeling. Over fucking played, folks. Like, play something different. We like to hear something different. But they can't do that. They're afraid of losing the audience.
A long time. Come on.
Exactly. Or a hit, or what's that one? Peace of Mind. There we go. There.
Yeah.
The song is, but you often forget the titles. Son of a bitch. But the idea is that we hear the same stuff over and over, and it gets to you. You can't stand to hear it no more. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those people who's up to here with it. But yet you cannot. But yet you're powerless because the radio programmers, the station managers, and such, they feel they have to do this. The same thing with the club managers. The kids only know them.
It's funny because the DJs themselves and all are wanting to do other stuff.
Yeah, but they're restricted because it's
Right.
not, if they break that code, they'll be in big ass trouble there. They'll probably end up fired or booted out like this guy, like Coyote J did.
That's what YouTube is for. YouTube, you can get anything
It's
you
not.
want.
It's not
It has
just
one
YouTube.
second.
Not just YouTube. It's also looking to the stores. Finding for yourselves, whether it's a used record shop or a Barnes and Noble or something like that. Whether it's CDs, cassettes, vinyl albums, like the Space City Audio place that I went to. Went a couple of times. Old Town Spring. Definitely check it out there. YR, if you're out there, if you have already. You know, people. It just bugs me that the sheep out there only know so much. Like we talk about Judas Priest a lot, but people don't only know the radio hits like "Breaking the Law," "Lift It After Midnight," "Got Another Thing Coming," but they don't give a rat's shit ass about songs like "Hell Patrol" or
Beyond the
the
Realms of Death.
Absolutely, or they don't know songs like
Victim of Changes.
Victim of Changes, or something
The
more,
Sentinel.
albeit the Sentinel, or Some Heads Are Gonna Roll, or whether it's song like, let me give you another example.
Even Painkiller, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, or better yet, how about this one? Troubleshooter from Point of Entry. People don't really know that song. That's a damn good song there.
I gotta listen to that.
Or The Rage from British Steel. You play that song, to the mainstream crowd, be like, what's this? Who's this group?
Like a reggae type,
Yes, I don't know who this group. Who is this? It's Judas Priest, but it's not the song I know. People are closed-minded, and the people need to start opening up their minds a lot more.
Illumination.
Absolutely, it's like, geez, it's like a little wall they put around themselves. Only stuff I wouldn't know. My last girlfriend was like that. She only preferred either symphonic metal or J-rock, rock and roll from Japan. But I would try to turn on to Emerson Lake Palmer. I don't like it. What about Judas Priest? I don't like it. What about some Black Sabbath? I don't like it. Led Zeppelin? I don't like that either. What about this? Whatever. Don't be so close-minded, bitch. But that's
kind of. It was semi-prevalent back in the day for the most part. If you heard Steppenwolf, it was always Born to Be Wild and Magic Carpet Ride.
Yeah, those two songs.
A lot of other stuff they did.
Yeah, exactly. What about Suki Suki, Rock Me, The Pusher? That's a bit damn ass good. One of the best anti-drug songs out there.
Monster Suicide America.
Yeah, absolutely there. Jeez, I don't know. It's just, this is one of the reasons why I refuse to listen to radio. Because it's the same stuff over and over and over and over, keeping people ignorant, keeping people in a box, keeping people stupid as hell, keeping them unwilling to explore things.
Yep.
And it's just, that's all I got to say, That's why my disgruntlement for radio sucks total ass. I mean, no, it's not. That's why let me rephrase that.
Yeah, it sounded like...
Yeah, I know. That sounded wrong. This is why my disgruntlement over radio has risen over 110%.
Yeah, at least you have, I suppose, Sirius every once in a while. They play good stuff.
Yeah, and it pisses me off that they need to start playing good stuff there. Even in the nightclubs. I mean, come on, you hear the same songs over and over and over.
Yeah.
Well, you got to request a song, though.
I do, yeah, but the thing is, the songs I really would request are a little bit more deeper, and the DJ's afraid of playing that song because they're afraid of the people walking up the floor. They're afraid of the people leaving. They're going to keep the party going again. And plus, the manager's going to come up to them and say, why you playing this song? This person requested it. We don't want to hear that. The people want to hear what's out there. They want to hear what's popular. They want to hear the songs that are trending, but this person, fuck that person. Excuse me, what about me? You don't know what the people want. Excuse me, the people that you try to please are all dipshits.
And not only that, I'm people.
Precisely. Well, you don't come because you're just the minority. Excuse me, motherfucker?
And how we know
what did you
this?
say? Uh-oh.
Yeah, but that's precisely how it was with this one DJ at the Ritz. Got to the point where the manager at that club, he got on mine, jumped down my throat saying, leave my DJ alone. He's playing what I tell him to play. And it just, pisses me off, that we still today have no power over that. So the only thing I could do is avoid radio at all costs.
Yeah.
And the people who listen to it, they'll go by what the radio tells them to listen to, what to think, what to play, what to behave, how to think, how to react. I will not do that.
Okay, I guess on
I stand my own ground, people.
what the heck is today? Thursday.
Thursday.
I guess on Monday we're going to continue this and hopefully get into 2010s.
All right there, yes. All right there. All right, so
There's a lot of deaths in that year.
Yeah, no, a lot.
Yeah.
Decade.
Yeah. A few we definitely got to save for that time period there when that comes around there. Now, YR, is there any shows coming on later on that you're going to be doing?
I think Rose is live right now.
Oh, okay, still live? Wow. Oh, doing the bull queef bullshit there? I was listening to some of that earlier. Jeez, dude. All right, there. So I guess this ends our episode 90 of our show here.
Yeah.
Arknolia.
Keith, get you some tea, Keith.
Yeah, get some.
Okay,
Get some medicine down your throat, dude.
All right.
All right, there.
Okay.
You guys. Okay, everybody. For the great YR, for Keith, wish him the best there, and for Arknolia, and for myself. You guys have yourself a good Thursday evening. And I guess, is Mars going live later on tonight in the half hour? Thank you, people. Is Mars going
There's
later
no
on?
link on it. I just checked
No.
for the link for Dirty Rotten Podcast. There's no link on it yet.
Okay, so possibly they'll take it a break tonight, or they'll have it yet.